Good afternoon, Nigel James, Princess Brokerage International, coming to you from a very beautifully warm Palma de Mallorca, and here I am, Central Palma, and I'm on board a lovely Princess 60 called Carambola. This Princess 60 is a one family boat from new, and she's been here in Mallorca all her life, and we've known her all that time. She has some great service history through a couple of local companies, but it is a boat that has had the attention that you would expect. Largely she's been skipper used by the owners and the various components of that family, so she's had attention through her life and appears to be in really good order. This is a pretty standard arrangement for cockpit these days, but we have a nice area here where the seating is around a permanent table, but it still leaves you lots of cockpit space here for people to come and go while people are sitting here entertaining or eating. This access here, this bridge deck lifts, and the crew can drop down, the crew or a family member can drop down into a cabin. It's actually got very good headroom, this cabin. You could stand there, it's got a proper bathroom and toilet, there's a couple of bunks, little window through the transom. It's a good space. It's almost a fourth cabin. If we walk through to the saloon, we open out into this classic use of space. But what is nice, which I always feel on this boat, is that we do maintain seating both port and starboard. And I always feel, generally, that is a much more social way to sit, where you can talk across a space and not just everybody sitting on one side. We have our TV on this side that pops up, and further along in these cabinets we have a drinks fridge, we have the AV, we have some bottle and glass storage. Note the windows, there's a lot of window space, very long, very big. The cabin is bright. It really sets off this wood very well. This is a cherry wood with a gloss finish. It's in super order. You can see it's got a deep colour, it's got a nice shine, it's not been sun damaged. That again is indicative that somebody spent a bit of time thinking about how to keep the boat looking nice. She is largely original, this boat. These carpets, this upholstery, these fittings, the curtains, it's all there when we delivered this boat new to this current owner. Okay, so we take the two small steps up into the galley and the dinette area. What we have here is a dining area on the port side, and we have two small stools actually stowed under the bed in the forward cabin that sit here to allow us to spread out a little bit and sit around the table. And here we have a very well appointed galley. Sits off to one side, so you're not in anybody's way. We've got good working space. We've got a fridge, freezer, dishwasher, microwave. Nice little touch here, I think, with the electric curtain. So if you are here working away in the galley, you can be behind with a bit of discretion, or if you haven't done your washing up, then nobody has to look at it. So a short step in front of the galley, we have the helm. Very nice helm. It's quite a long way forward, so we have very good visibility through the glass. There's two seats, navigator and driver. We've got our normal, what you'd expect, the radar combination with the plotter. We've got bow and stern thrusters. This boat is actually bonning control, which is just an electronic system for operating the systems on the boat. It's actually quite sophisticated and used in much larger boats generally, but it is something we introduced onto this boat when it was in production. The whole area is very smart, very well designed, and for very easy operation. Also, just to note, we have got opening windows, electrical opening windows both port and starboard. So ventilation wise, we're quite well covered for that as well. Okay, so at the bottom of the steps down from the galley, we have this small lobby area. It's full of light. It's just under the glass of the screen, and it's full of light. We've got here a utility area, so we've got a washer dryer, but it's great storage and a great location for that sort of kit. Then we move forward into a VIP cabin, double bed, very well appointed. It shares the bathroom here as a day toilet, so there is another door into that cabin. This is a big space, separate shower, lots of elbow room. This cabin, this is the smallest of the cabin and the third cabin. It also has its own bathroom and shower. It's a little bit smaller, but actually it's a great layout for this boat. 3 cabins, 3 bathrooms. It's exactly what you would want it to have. And then further aft, we've got a very, very well appointed owner's cabin. And let's take a walk down there and have a closer look. Our first door on our right actually is a bathroom. It's great size, separate shower, separate bathroom. It's got a window. It's perfect. Nicely tiled floors as well. This is just storage, bedding, towels, that sort of item. And then we're into this space here, And what strikes me about it almost best of all is that we've got a flat floor all the way around it, and we've got good headroom all the way around it. We've got these huge windows both sides with a good size opening port. You can really imagine when you're here at your anchor, the vistas are just going to be spectacular. It's a good sized bed, some very nice upholstery colours and matching there. We've got hanging wardrobe here, we've got drawers under the bed, we've got drawers at the sides, and then we've got this combination of drawers and a vanity unit here. So it is all well covered. Quite a nice touch that. We're going to take a walk now back up to the deck, and we'll talk about the flybridge and the foredeck from there. So here we come up to the flybridge, and it's a really lovely space. And there are some certain features here which I think really work well with this boat. First of all, we've got a standalone sunbed at the back with some additional, he had these cushions made a bit higher, so there was no risk of his children rolling off the bed. It actually works very well. It's nice to have that separate to the seating. So this seating is a long U, sits around a big table. Lunching here, 6 to 8 people, I think is relatively easy to achieve. And then here also is another feature you don't see so much these days, and that's these seats here, which allow people to sit facing forward. And if you're actually passage making or going any distance, people do like to sit and face forward. So, you know, you get 3 people there, you've got a helm seat and a nav seat here. That's 5 people in your group that can sit here if you've got a bit of distance to go, and they can look at the direction in which they're travelling. Well appointed helm, all the necessary kit that you are going to need in order to navigate this boat easily. Here we've got ourselves a little bit of a cubby hole and some AV. And just moving slightly off where you were standing, we've got ourselves a wet bar, the griddle, the sink, and then the top loading refrigerated cool box. So it is just worth pointing out the bimini. You know, it's a big structure, it's very long, it covers most of the space, so there is plenty of sun protection. Being a bimini, it means that you can collapse it on the early and late year when perhaps you don't want it. And on this particular boat, this is hydraulic, electric hydraulic. So the operation of putting it up and down is very simple. It's a nice piece of kit. Okay, so I think there I've covered all of the important aspects and points of this boat and give you a bit of an overview as to how she is. I think you'd agree she's looking pretty good considering the fact she's a 2013. Obviously being a one owner boat, that obviously helps with that. Here we've got a pair of Volvo sitting under this floor here. They're the D13-900s. That means this boat's capable of, you know, towards 30 knots, certainly, depending a little bit on loading. A boat like this is planing at about, well, it should be planing by the time we get to 14 knots. So, you know, you can cruise from anywhere from sort of 15 knots through to 25 knots. That makes the Mediterranean, certainly aspects like Barcelona, the islands, the mainland, they're all within easy reach on a boat of this size. And with this sort of size and weight and length of water line, you can expect to passage make in a pretty comfortable fashion. There's a lot more information available on this boat on our website, so please do go and take a look. There's a whole array of information. There's a 3D tour, there's lots of good quality pictures, there's the technical spec, the price, not to forget. And on YouTube, it'd be good if you could subscribe for us. There's lots of information appearing like this on a regular basis. And if you can like my particular film, that's always good news too. The information is there, go and have a look. But, you know, I'm also available, I'm on the island, I know the boat very well, have done for a lot of years. If you want to give me a call, I'm Nigel, give me a call, we can talk about it. Thanks very much.